Hello everyone, how's it all going? Is everyone alright today? Well, all my one viewer, for now anyway, hopefully, just for now. Look! Acro, why did you join the circus? So, for those of you who did not remember last time, I've come to the conclusion that Acro was the killer. I was trying to see if he somehow looked similar to Max. And they have a similar eye shape. And I also can't seem to figure out a voice for him. When I was a kid, my parents failed miserably at business. And one night, they decided to run away from it all without me. The only person who was willing to take my parents' place was the ringmaster. The ringmaster took such incredible care of me. He was truly a lifesaver. It seems the ringmaster was truly a saint. He was, but I decided to do something very important. I decided that I would devote my entire life to finding a way to repay him. And by repay him, I meant repay him for his misdeeds. I murdered him. And now, look how someone repaid him for all the good in his life. It's such a shame. Sometimes I think that he was almost too kind. Perhaps he was too kind to his performers. Perhaps he was too kind to his daughter. I wonder if he spoiled Regina. Regina's so cute. She's truly a princess. Truly a princess? Are you sure that's a good thing? Do I detect a hint of a grudge against Regina? I'm sorry to ask, but why are you in a wheelchair? The nerves in my legs were badly damaged. And you can't walk now? I can't even stand now. And since I live on the 3rd floor, I can't even leave this building by myself. That's awful. The accident happened during an acrobatic session, right? Cyclops! Oh, hey, Cyclops! Doesn't seem like Acro's injuries were acrobatic in nature. What's on your mind, Mr. Wright? Well, exactly when were you injured? It's almost been 6 months since I was hurt. I injured my legs during practice. 6 months ago? What in the world went on at this circus then? I stopped by yesterday and noticed that you weren't in your room. I was at the hospital all day yesterday. Went there for rehabilitation? What about the murder? Of course I know about it. I spoke with police before they allowed me to go to the hospital. Before I got the call from the prosecutor, I was convinced that it was all a dream. Huh? I just couldn't believe it. When I saw what I saw. What you saw? Jeez, that sounded really ominous. What did you see, Acro? That night, I was in bed, sleeping when I heard a huge sound coming from below my window. I see. The scene of the crime was right below your window. That's when I looked out of the window. What did you see? It was flying straight up into the air. He? Maximilian Galactica. What? That's what I thought he'd say. You're absolutely positive it was Max you saw flying? I'm absolutely sure. There's no doubt in my mind. Nick. It's a monkey calendar. Acro must really love his monkeys. Here we go. December 29th. Very big circus. Big top. Oh no, it's a tiger. I've got a bad feeling about this. Ah! Nick! Wonderful. Wonderful. Today's special must be Filet-O-Phoenix. Stay! Stay! Heal! Oh, Maya! Nick! It's you guys! I'm sorry, I guess I made a mistake. Mistake? Yeah, a little one. I was thinking of teaching whatever primate was out there a lesson. I was expecting more of a monkey than a human. A monkey? It's a pity about what happened to the ringmaster. Dad? Everyone loved him, didn't they? He must have been quite a man. Quite a man. He was. I love my dad so much. I hate to say it, but she doesn't seem all that broken up about her father being dead. That's why I feel so lonely. Now that I won't be able to see him for a while. What? For a while? Yeah. When Leon died, I talked to my dad, and he told me that when someone dies, they just become a star in the heavens. Star? That means my dad is looking down on me from the sky. Oh. What? That's why I love the night so much. I can see everyone who's gone. When someone dies, they just become a star in the heavens? That's kind of sweet. It's kind of bittersweet. But I bet you there's no way that Maya believes that. What do you mean there's no way I believe that? What do you mean there's no way that I believe that? Do you think that one day I'll be a star too? Yeah, if that's your belief, then yeah, there's a 100% certainty. Of course. You really think so? Yeah, you will. I think. I've got a feeling that everyone is doing great up there in the sky. I wonder if everything's alright with Regina. Money the Monkey. Just to go back and clear something up, why'd you want to teach Money a lesson? Because he's a meanie. He steals everything. He's got something that means a lot to me. Something that means a lot to you? It must be something shiny, right? Actually, it's a stage costume. It's got a lot of spangles. It's really beautiful. You should see it. We should. We should? When the costume gets hit by the spotlight, it dazzles. Hey, Mr. Attorney. Huh? If you saw that monkey, bring the costume back to me, wouldn't you? It's really important to me. But of course! Leave it to us. Leave it up to us. Guess there's no turning down that request. Yay! You're really gonna do it. It's Acro. Is he in his room today? Yes, he is. We just came back from meeting with him. I hope his legs get better soon. Acro's so incredible, especially on the trapeze. That trapeze is the enormous swing hanging from the top of the tent, right? Yep, that's it. I want to see him up there again. Acro Acro the Acrobat. That's strange. Acro doesn't seem to have very many nice things to say about Regina. Regina seems to like Acro just fine. He doesn't know anything. Let's go see if Mo is in the cafeteria still. Right. December 29th, Big Top Cafeteria. What? Mo's gone. There's a message on the bulletin board. I'm hungry, so I'm off to get some hamburgers. Love, Mo. Oh, wait. I'm hungry, so I'm off to get some hamburgers. Love, Mo. Hamburger. Just thinking about it is making me hungry. I'm hungry because I haven't eaten since I woke up 3 hours ago. All of a sudden, I need a burger bad. I wish I could order a burger, but I don't have the money to order food. I have food at home that I can eat, so I'm gonna eat that. I'm not starving. I'm in the mood for burgers myself. All of a sudden, I need a new partner. Bad. Bulletin board for, bulletins. Doesn't look like there are any useful clues posted here. Boring. Maybe we should just leave a juicy tidbit for someone to read. Juicy? You know, like a fake clue, Maybe something like, message from the killer? That's illegal. Give it up, Maya. You know Gumshoe will take it all seriously. And it's illegal. Methinks. This was a tip he used from you, there's monkey. There's gotta be. Okay, then in that case, I'm gonna go to the detention center and talk to... What about this person? Unfortunately, I don't take on apprentices. I mean, just look at the face on this one. It's not what I'd call fabulous. That's awfully harsh. That's not what I wanted to do. Oh, right. Is Mo in his room? He is not. I can't believe what happened to the ringmaster. Such a wonderful man. What a pity. I have no clue what to do with my life now. I'm sorry. This circus meant everything to me. But don't worry about me. There are still things that I would have left to do in this world. That's not what I wanted to select. Regina. She's cool, isn't she? Can you believe such a cute girl as an animal tamer? It seems animals are not the only thing she tames. Huh? Max, the ringmaster, Ben. She's got them all under her thumb. What do you mean by that? Maybe I would have bet over. Just Regina's innocence. She was incredible. She was incredibly sheltered as a child. I'd say it seems that way. That's why she can be so cruel. What? Regina's just like the animals she claims to tame. She's innocent, but she can be cruel. I wonder what happened between Acro and Regina. I hope it's not what I think it is. Take that! Right. About the wheelchair. I have to ask you, how were you injured? I'm sorry, I thought we talked about this. It was an accident that happened during practice. An accident during practice? Yes. Unfortunately, acrobatics are prone to all sorts of injuries. He's lying. If that were really the cause, he'd have no reason to keep it a secret. Acro, are you really telling me that a practice accident was what caused your injury? Alright, Acro, just tell me the truth. You mind if I ask you a question first? What do you want to know? You really think I could get into something like that? Ouch! Okay. That's how you count yourself. I suggest a net if you ever tried the tightrope. He's right. Slipping. I don't have enough evidence. I don't have enough. Hey, it's a rope. Probably for tightrope walking. That's a bit strange. I don't have any tightrope walker. That's probably because Acro was injured. Regina, have you ever seen this before? I know what that is. I know what this is. Really? Well, it was in my pocket for a while. It was in your pocket? This piece of paper was in your pocket. I guess I noticed it was in there around breakfast time. Breakfast time? Yeah. I always take Acro his breakfast in the morning. That's when I also take out the trash in his room. And I go to the cafeteria and eat my own breakfast. That's when you realized the piece of paper was in your pocket? Yep. And since I'm not a murderer, I just figured it belonged in someone else's pocket. Then what? I wondered if the person who lost it was in trouble, so you didn't put it on the bulletin board, or to the cafeteria, did you? I did. I stuck it up there. How'd you know? So it was Regina who put it up there. When did this happen? The morning of the murder, I think. That explains a lot. I wonder who wrote this. That's what we want to know. I was supposed to be in the cafeteria the morning before the murder. Cafeteria? What happened? He suddenly looks incredibly serious. It's got something to do with her, and she goes straight to the source. Her? Regina, ask her about it. You already did! Maximilian Galactica, right? You'll have to forgive me if I try not to think about him. That girl won't even look at it. You want to know about Max? Well, his colleagues at the circus all seem to hate him. What about you, Acro? I've got my issues with him as well. But he just also happens to have a diamond shining in his soul. A diamond shining in his soul? I guess you could also say it's his pride as a performer. We didn't have that pride in ourselves before Max arrived. Honestly, I think he brought something wonderful to the circus when he came. Acro. This guy is really different from the other members of the circus. Suspiciously different! I was hoping you could shed some light on Ben. Well, he'll always be here. As long as he's here, he really can only continue to be a ventriloquist. Whether that's a good thing for him or not, I'm afraid I can't really say. The ringmaster really believed in Mo, 100%. What happened to the circus now that the ringmaster's gone? Getting up the Lawrence Curls era, I suppose. Wonder if it's really alright to let Mo run the show. Mr. Wright, you don't know much about Mo, I suspect. You can see right through me, can't you? Aw, Nick, can't let him get to you like that. You're an attorney. Oh, here! December 29th, Big Top Cafeteria. Something smells fantastic! So we know it can't be Mo. Wait, I know that's what it is. It's burgers.
Hello! Welcome to the Bistro du Cirque, aka the cafeteria.
Bistro du Cirque? Wouldn't that mean the bistro of the circus? Whatever bistro is? Anyway. It smells so good in here, and those burgers look great. She's drooling like she's some sort of crazed burger monster.
My burgers are the best. Juicy meat, toasted buns, special sauce. They are absolutely irresistible to anyone with a hankering for a burger. One bite will send you into hamburger heaven.
I don't think that's exactly something you should say. That sounds like it's poison. I bet. I can tell by the smell that it's poisonous. Whoa, I'm getting hungry too. Those burgers must have some kind of special power. Let me eat them. Very big circus. Now that the ringmaster's gone, what are you going to do?
That's all I've thought about the past 2 days. Everyone loved Russell. And you've heard Acro's story, haven't you?
Like how he was adopted when he was younger?
He's calmed down a bit now, but he was livid when you heard about the murder. Acro was so upset, he said he couldn't go on.
He was that upset?
Yes, he was. Anyway, I gave it some thought. Maybe I should give up on trying to be a half-baked clown. I've been thinking about trying on the ringmaster's shoes.
What? Really?
Max would still be an issue, though.
Max?
He may be a bit mean and hard to work with, but it's hard to argue his importance. He's probably the reason the circus is still around. A lot of what he says is right.
No.
All that's left is to see if everyone can get over the tragedy. You know?
The tragedy, you know? What is he talking about? Get over what tragedy, Mo?
Don't worry about it. It's nothing. Nothing at all.
It must mean the tragic death of the ringmaster, right?
Yes, that's it. You're right, girly. Dang. Correctamundo. I'm totally not lying through my teeth.
Doesn't he mean ding? Well, I mean no disrespect here, but are you lying to us?
No, not at all. What makes you think that?
Just the way you said if everyone can get over the tragedy seems a bit strange. Sounded like you were talking about something from a long time ago. Mo, I'm right, aren't I? 1 Cyclops. 2 Cyclops. So now we're getting closer to the truth.
It was about 6 months ago. It was just a little accident. Give me a break. Us old men have accidents. I wear big pants for a reason.
6 months ago, eh?
Alright guys, here we go.
Get over it. Mo, please tell us what happened 6 months ago. What in the world went on at the circus?
Okay, there's no need to look so scared when you ask me. After all, it's not like I'm lying through my teeth. Hey, look over there, some juicy burgers. Let's eat instead.
Unfortunately, I prefer grilled chicken sandwiches. Actually, I kinda got an idea of what happened back then. Well, you said something about an accident. Sure didn't happen to be the cause of that accident, would it? Cause? What about this?
What are you saying?
What about the... okay. I don't have enough information. I'm not kidding you. I just had an idea. Aha! Yes! December 29th, lodging house, first floor, Moe's room. Moe's not here. What's that? I hear something. Stop it, Nick. You're scaring me. Ooh, monkey. Nick, it's money! That monkey's holding something. That's it. That's the thing that means a lot to Regina, remember? Alright, time to take on this monkey. Attorney style. Ooh. Ooh, oh. Did I say something that offended him? I tried to have a monkey-to-monkey talk with him. I really did. Nick, you. I tried to a monkey while Money was distracted. Wow, you're really on the ball today, Nick. Let me see it. Huh? You can see it fine from right where you are. You know what I mean? I really want to try on Regina's costume. No! Maybe then they'll take you in at the circus and I can get some peace and quiet. Ha ha ha. What's the matter now? It doesn't fit me at all. Oh well, guess it's time for you to lay off the burgers. Phoenix! That's not mean. That's not right, that's mean. Not to mention, it doesn't look like something any girl I know would actually wear. Ew, it's a huge pile of trash. One man's trash is another monkey's treasure. Okay. I didn't want to go to Moe's room, but I guess that works out for us. Here you go, Regina. Yay, thank you. You really got it back for me. Don't mention it. I love you, Mr. Attorney. It's nothing. No wonder guys melt to mush in front of this girl. Hey, Regina. That costume is yours, right? I tried it on, but it didn't fit me. Huh? This costume? This isn't mine. It was Leon's. The lion! Leon's? You know, the lion she told us about. Oh, the one that someone killed! Leon, he was killed, wasn't he? That's right, my dad killed him. Trying to protect me, right? Why? Well, Leon did something really bad during practice. During practice, you say? Leon was sitting down. When he opened his mouth, you know, gah! Usually when he did that, I would put my head into his mouth. Wait, you put your head into a lion's mouth? I sure did. The people in the crowd always loved seeing me do that. They'd always start screaming. Sure, they were screaming because they loved seeing you do that? Anyways, what was the bad thing? Well, yeah, Leon bit someone during that practice. Regina, everything was alright though, right? No, it wasn't alright. That was the problem. My dad was incredibly angry. And that's when Leon... Yeah, that's when he became a star in the sky. That sounded like Yu-Gi-Oh! You'll become one with the stars. Poor thing. Leon added to the court record. Aha! I finally got the piece of evidence I needed. Take that. Get over it. Mo, please tell us what happened 6 months ago. I heard a little bit about it from Regina. Leon made a mistake during a practice, right? How'd you? How did you? Where did you? How do you know this? Come on, man, it ain't nice to do things like that. I told him so many times, you shouldn't be doing such dangerous acts. Like putting your head inside a lion's mouth, right? Yeah, but Regina believed in Leon. She believed so strongly that the ringmaster went along. He never could say no to her. Out of curiosity, who was bitten? Come on, Mo. Don't clam up on me now. Who did Leon bite on the head? Well, I promised I wouldn't say anything. You promised. He's involved in this, too. He's involved, huh? Well, it must be. Is this the person that you promised you wouldn't say anything? Take that! Must have been Acro, right? How did you know? Don't worry about that, Mo. Getting to the bottom of this accident may help us solve what happened to the ringmaster. No way! I need to know the truth about what happened to Russell. Please tell me what you know. I'm sorry, Acro. Yay, my life points have been restored.
Just like you said, the accident.
Did someone die?
No, but it would have probably been better if he had.
What? How would that have been better?
He's still alive. But when he got bit, he suffered massive brain damage. He'll never recover from the coma that he's in.
Coma?
All he does now is lie in his bed at the hospital. And that's all he's ever going to be able to do.
I see. How's he related to Acro?
He's his brother.
Huh?
The person who got bit was Acro's brother.
Brother?
They were an acrobat team of brothers, Acro and Bat. Cute nicknames, I thought. Anyways, they were an incredible team, got down together in their prime.
Who is Acro's younger brother?
Sean Dingling. But everyone always called him Bat. He fell in love with Regina. Trying to win her love was his downfall.
Everyone seems to fall in love with Regina.
6 months ago, while we were practicing, all of a sudden Bat blurts out, "Let me perform with Leon!"
Why do you do that?
I don't know, but that's what caused the accident. I'll never forget that moment. It was so strange. Leon had the weirdest look on his face. He was smiling.
You mean Leon?
Yes, Leon. When he bit down, he was smiling. Some sick grin.
No way. That's impossible.
A smirking line. A flying murderer.
Why does it seem that it's always Mo who catches all these incredible events? Nick, can lions smile? Not in the same way humans can.
We never told the police about the incident. The circus would have been shut down if we did have. Next day, the ringmaster took Leon out and shot him with a rifle.
So that's what really happened.
Well, you guys were so serious. That's what I was supposed. What was I supposed to do? I had to tell you. but all this truthfulness has put me in a mood for a burger.
Me too. Let me get some of that, please.
Here, you two have some pepper.
Shaka, 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 shaka. There he goes again, acting like his normal crazy self. Achoo! Achoo!
Nice, what a wonderful sneeze. Huh? What's up? You sneeze with pepper and slip on a banana peel? That's basic clownsmanship.
Girly, I know you gotta understand that. I don't understand that joke. Nick, I think I make a good clown. That's not a good thing.
Other than Regina, I've never seen a cuter sneezer.
Does Regina sneeze with pepper too?
She does. Bat would always tease her with pepper.
The bat?
From my point of view, those two always look so perfect.
They look perfect together, huh? What about this? What can you tell me? What do you think about this person? Sorry. Okay. Acro! Ah, Mr. Wright. Back again, I see. Well, you did say I'll be back. Wait, or was that someone else? We're back because Acro's hiding why his leg injuries were injured. Why his legs were injured. He was hurt in the accident 6 months ago. It would seem he knows that we know. Well, it seems you've got things you want to talk about, so fire away. First things first. What do you think of this? I'm sorry, but in my present physical condition, I don't really know much about what goes on outside this room. But that happened at the right moment. Lately, I've been confined in this room. That is your brother! Take it! Take that. Why did the birds fly away? I guess they're not hiding any truth, but still. About the wheelchair. I have to ask you, how were you injured? I'm sorry, I thought we talked about this. It was an accident that happened during practice. An accident during practice? Yes, unfortunately, acrobats are prone to all sorts of injuries. He's lying. If that were the case, Acro. Take that! Aha! Liam. 6 months ago, you were attacked by the lion. That's when you were injured? I know I'm on the right track. I just need to keep going. You're saying that I was attacked by a lion? That's what I'm saying. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright, but I'm an acrobat. I'm no animal tamer. If a lion were coming at me, I'd be running for the exit. Okay, maybe attacked's not the best word to be using. So let me rephrase that as battled the lion. You seem to enjoy telling jokes. Why would I decide to battle a lion? Because you had to fight it. You had to fight it to save someone. Take that! Bah. It was a shame what happened to your brother 6 months ago. You tried to save him, didn't you? And that's how you got that terrible injury. Mo, he must have told you. Yeah, you learned about that from Mo. But he didn't mention anything about you in regards to the accident. I suppose it was a slip of the tongue on his part. That's how I figured it out. A slip of the tongue.
Anyways, they were an incredible team. Cut down together in their prime.
Cut down together. That was where he slipped. And that's how I figured it out. You two ended up at the center of the same accident together. Like always. I see. But an accident is an accident. Wasn't anyone's fault. Still haven't broken Acro's last Cyclops. must be one incredibly deep-seated secret. It wasn't anyone's fault. Do you care to explain more? Acro, I know you are still hiding something from me. Maybe someone you don't seem to like much is the reason you're being evasive. Take that! Like Regina! Regina? You always seem to calm and collected until you start talking about her. Saying things like, she is cruel. Well done, Mr. Attorney. You've got quite the set of eagle eyes. You know, her tiger tried to attack me. Regent tried to attack you? Twice. He wasn't serious, I'm sure. You're not trying to insinuate that I believe she spurred that Leon to attack Bat, are you? Leon was never taught a command to attack people. Regina is incapable of doing anything like that. Besides, Regina had no reason to want to hurt my little brother. She was in love with him. Regina and Bat were such good friends back then. But you still hate Regina. I've got proof of it. What? What are you talking about? Don't. Maybe I overdid it again. But if I can hand something over to Acro, maybe it'll use proof that you had it out for Regina all along. This? Take that! Yeah! This? Where did you get it? Regina posted on the bulletin board in the cafeteria. Before that, it was in her pocket.
I guess I noticed it was in there around breakfast time. I always take Acro his breakfast in the morning.
You wrote this, and then you put it in her pocket. That's right, isn't it? That's right. Well done, Mr. Wright. You're one hell of an attorney. Wonderful! So, why are you in a wheelchair? My legs were injured by Leon 6 months ago. My younger brother, Bat, had a dare with Regina.
A dare?
An absurd dare. If I can put my head inside of Leon's mouth like you do, you have to go to the movies with me on a date.
That's insane. Didn't he know how dangerous that is?
We all thought he was being stupid too, but the line was very old to begin with. And age brought with it countless experience in doing that very trick. Unfortunately, this particular time, I guess Leon wasn't ready for me or willing. And that's when the accident happened. He just wanted to take her out to the movies.
Poor Bat.
Leon chomped down. I jumped towards him. Then Leon attacked me. That's how I ended up.
With what about Bat?
He's still in a coma. I went to the hospital yesterday to visit him.
I see.
I'm still waiting for him to open his eyes again, but I don't know if he will. That's the reason why I keep going.
Bat and Regina?
They were such great friends. Oh yeah, I wanted to take a look at this.
What is it?
It's the scarf my brother was wearing when Leon attacked him.
Gross, it's covered in blood.
The scarf. It's my present from Regina. It's a present from Regina to my brother on the day of the accident. When he did it, he looked like he was smiling.
He?
Leon, obviously.
Oh. When he bit down
on Bat's head, the expression of Leon's face looked like a grin.
Nick, I know, most of the same thing. What do you think it all means?
I think I know who that is. I'll be taking that scarf if you don't mind. Aha! Miss Von Karma! I've already heard everything, so hand over the scarf.
But the scarf is evidence in the trial.
That is for me to decide. I think we should begin our preparations now, Acro. Preparations? I've served a summons to Acro to appear in court tomorrow as a witness. Acro will talk more at the prosecutor's office.
Acro, a witness?
Come, Acro. Let's go to the office. Yes, ma'am.
Now what do we do, Nick? How are we going to handle tomorrow?
Don't worry about it. I'll figure something out. Look at you, all full of confidence.
Look at you all full of confidence. You must have found something you can use.
This is all beginning to come together now. Acro murdered... Wait a minute! Maybe. We'll see in court. December 30th, 9:41 a.m.
Is it thundering and raining?
Oh, it's raining outside. Defendant court lobby, number 5.
Good morning, Max.
Oh, yeah. Good morning, sweeties. You don't seem like your usual sparkling self today. I'm always like this before I go in front of an audience. I'm working up to it.
Don't get nervous, Max. Here, have a glass of milk. Regina?
How fabulous! My sweetie pie! My sweetie pie princess! You came to watch my performance today!
Of course I did. Mo told me that I should come and watch this.
Mo said that?
So, what kind of performance are you putting on today? Let me guess, you'll fly at the end?
It's not that kind of show. Isn't that right, my sweeties?
Huh?
I think my sweetie pie princess doesn't... Yeah, she doesn't seem to realize what's going on, or even where she is.
Well, Max, looks like it's time to raise the curtain. I'll see you later. Today I'm just a member of the audience.
Fabulous. Enjoy yourself out there.
Good luck, Max. You are the best.
Regina's different, don't you think, Nick?
Top of the morning to ya! Everybody, let's get ready to get stuck in legal limbo. How low can you go?
Mo!
Top of the morning to you, Governor.
I'm not a governor! Top of the morning.
That's the ticket. Attack of the day starts with energy in the morning. The early bird gets to work, but then again, worms lack higher brain function. Here, Max, I brought you a present. Have some milk.
Oh my! Thank you!
So how are you today, Wright?
Well, got a feeling that I'm going to face off against the real culprit.
You mean Acro?
Oh my god, he just comes out and says it!
Yeah, I think Acro's the culprit too.
Huh? You think he did it?
Be careful. He's used to putting his life on the line. Literally. He's got guts to spare.
If all I've got to worry about is how thin the tightrope is, I'm used to it already. It just means that I won't be able to press him like I can with other witnesses.
What are you going to do then, Nick?
I guess today we'll just have to go without our usual psychological warfare. So I'm gonna have to go without pressing him? Today, we rely on evidence. It's the only way we'll get past Acro and the truth.
You're right, but it's gonna be tough.
Anyways, I want you to make sure that Regina sees it all today. It's important.
Okay, I know I'm usually a very goofy guy, but today, I need you to understand. Regina's future and Max's future is also on the line here. Then she'll finally have to deal with the reality of what's happened to her father.
You want us to make sure Regina watches?
Yes, that's why I brought her to court today.
What's that supposed to mean?
She needs to know when people die. They don't just become stars. I may be an old-fashioned clown, but I don't believe in people becoming stars.
December 30th, 10 a.m. District Court. Courtroom number 2.
Let's do this, Texas style. Court is now in session for the trial of Maximilian Galactica.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Very well. Miss Von Karma, you may proceed with your case.
The prosecution would like to revise its previous series of events. Stupid Stupid protection. I don't need protection to be expiring. What's going on? What? Okay.
What is the meaning of this?
We have discovered a new witness, or shall I say, a new eyewitness. One that saw Maximilian Galactica fly off from the scene of the crime.
Order! Order! I had a feeling something like this would come up.
Due to this revision, we are now prepared to explain how the defendant flew that night. An explanation of the prosecution will present if the need so arrives. In fact, my detective stayed up all night creating a mock-up of the scene on my orders. Poor Gumshoe. He doesn't get paid. He doesn't get off. Man, he just lives as a slave for the prosecution, doesn't he?
Very well. Please call your witness to the stand.
Time to get to work, or shall I say, time to walk the courtroom tightrope. Isn't he? Name and occupation.
Ken Dingley, but everyone calls me Acro.
Employed as an acrobat at the Very Big Circus. Where were you the night of the crime?
I was in my room that night. If you look at the map, you will see the witness's room is near the crime scene.
Oh, if you look at the map, you will see the witness's room is near the crime scene.
My room is on the 3rd floor. The crime scene is below my window.
The night of the crime, the witness saw something quite shocking. Would you tell us what you witnessed?
Okay.
Witness testimony. What I witnessed.
It was just after 10 p.m.
Does it say that?
It was just after 10 p.m. I was resting in my bed. Around that time, I heard a large thump noise from outside my window. And then a few moments later, I saw someone flying right above my window. It was Max Galactica. I only saw him from behind, but that's who it looked like. To be honest, when I saw that, I thought I was dreaming. This witness's testimony matches up exactly with that of the clown.
If that's the case, there's very little the prosecution need to add. How did he fly? All that's left is to explain how the defendant disappeared into the skies that night. Before we get that far, I'd like to cross-examine the witness. A foolish choice by a foolish fool who wishes to feel the foolish sadness of a sad fool. You really like to use the word fool. A man must know the proper timing for things, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Just like your old friend, Mr. Miles Edgeworth did.
Mr. Wright, do you have a problem with the witness's testimony?
In the words of Miss Von Karma, may I quote yesterday's proceedings? There's no way that actually happened.
Very well. You may proceed with your cross-examination.
What I witnessed, okay.
So I cannot press him.
How am I supposed to do this if I can't press him?
Maybe I can, and I'm just thinking about it wrong.
Let's test something. You said that you were resting in bed. One would thus assume that you turn the lights off in your room, correct?
That's right. But there are safety lights around the outside of the lodging house. So bright sometimes it can make it hard to sleep.
If that's the case, wouldn't it be a good idea to close some curtains?
I never really thought of that. I guess that means I'm off to buy some curtains.
Sometimes I do make myself useful in these chambers.
That's not something a judge should say!
Ow!
The witness will proceed with his testimony. So I can press him.
Around that time.
Your room is on the 3rd floor, right?
Yeah,
And you said that you were resting in bed.
that is correct.
But you were still able to hear sound from the outside?
That was indeed.
Pressing Acro doesn't seem to give results. Maybe something was... There's a huge contradiction in the testimony that was just given. If this is a contradiction, then prove it with this evidence.
She's right. Let's see some evidence.
Shit. I made a mistake! I don't have evidence! I don't have evidence! This is... What in the world is this? Oh! You just don't get it, do you, Mr. Phoenix Wright? What don't I get? Okay. So there's... I don't think there's contradiction in what he said there. I'm outside the window. There's no contradiction. Are you sure it was a human being? It could have been a mannequin, or perhaps a large action. Really? That's not what I was thinking. Well, setting aside the possibility of a mannequin, an action figure is plausible. You have no need to mince words with Mr. Phoenix Wright. Testifies the truth, and only the truth, just as if we were... just as if... we were the witnesses that night. I believe it was a human. Damn, I just strengthened his testimony. Wonder if accuracy... There's a huge contradiction. If this is a contradiction...
That was a loud piece of thunder. I don't have evidence! Damn, that is loud. Okay. So, I can't seem to figure out how to... Whatever. If the light was turned off then, right?
That's true. I was going to bed after all.
So with the lights off, you were still able to clearly see a human fly by your window.
The safety lights lit things up enough for me to see, but honestly, there was only enough light for me to see the silhouette outside my window. It was the person whose back, so I couldn't see the white roses from the front.
Did you see any of the other symbols?
I clearly saw the silk hat,
As well as the cloak wrapped up around his body. Except he couldn't.
I'm convinced that the person I saw was Max Galactica.
More impressive. Except the hat was it found. The hat was found at the crime scene. Your claim to have seen the exact same thing as Mo saw that night. Do you stand by that?
What do you mean?
The silk hat.
What about the silk hat? I saw it on Max's head as he flew by my window.
Well, you should have tried looking down out of your window that night.
That would have been quite difficult considering the state that I'm in. Looking outside of my window is a tough enough challenge for me.
That's a shame, because you would have noticed the silk hat found on the scene.
That's the ringmaster's hat, right?
I'm afraid not. No matter how you look at it, this is Max's silk hat. Where are you going with this, Mr. Wright? Are you saying that Max has 2 silk hats? No. This is a handmade, one-of-a-kind model, made only for Maximilian Galactica. Which means, Acro, that you have been fibbing on the stand! Order! Order! As always, it looks like someone just had to open their mouth before sinking. Are you okay, Nick? Well, I opened my big mouth and now I have to back it up.
How about it, Mr. Wright?
What would cause this witness to commit perjury in the court today? I am going to state this. Your Honor, on this occasion, the defense accuses Acro himself. On this occasion? Accuses Acro? What in the world are you accusing him of? Obviously, we accuse him of the murder of Mr. Russellberry. Mr. Wright, are you serious? Deadly serious, Your Honor. I think your trips to the circus have served you well. You seem to have learned how to try and grab at an audience's hearts and minds. Your Honor, don't allow yourself to be swayed by theatrics. Trying to wow the crowd with smoke and mirrors is the oldest bluff in the book. Really? If you don't believe me, just look at the witness. He's calm enough for it to be almost scary. He's staying rather calm and collected. Mr. Dingley, do you have any response to the defense's accusations?
I don't really need to say a thing, do I?
What do you mean?
Everyone take a good look at me. I can't even stand up by myself, let alone leave the lodging house.
That's true.
I understand that Mr. Wright is just saying, trying to help his client. But to do this by accusing me of a murder of all things.
See, even a sliver of a common sense makes it accusation makes it clear the accusation is ludicrous. He's right. Way to pick on the disabled, you heartless, cruel man. Unless he's faking it. Phoenix is a poopy head. See that, Mr. Phoenix, right? If you're trying to drum up support from the peanut gallery, that's how you do it. I think that's enough of this little game. I've got a doctor's note to confirm that Acro is unable to stand under his own power. Under his own power? Maybe the defense is planning on making a claim to counter this as well. I can hear the defense now. Acro had an accomplice. What do you say about this, Mr. Wright? Did Acro have an accomplice? No. Now then, this must be even. We get to hear the name of the mystery accomplice. Not this time, Von Karma. What? You're not going to sucker me into this one.
What are you blabbering about, Mr. Wright?
There was no accomplice. Acro planned and committed this murder all by himself. Order! Order! What are you getting at? Way to keep them on their toes, Nick. Always keep them guessing. Now I'm going to have to prove how it all fits together. I have to show how Acro murdered Russellberry. Can you do it, Nick? Can you really do that? I know what I can't do. I can't stop now. If I stop attacking, I'm doomed. Alright, then let's do it. Mr. Phoenix is right. If this witness is the killer, then his eyewitness account is all lies, right?
Mr. Wright, I'd like you to clear something up.
When the crime was committed, exactly where was Mr. Dingling?
Take that!
There's no way he was anywhere but exactly right here, in the plaza. He was at the scene of the crime himself?
You're right, though. The murderer would have had to have met the victim.
Objection!
Oh! Miss Von Karma, stop it! You will be quiet and refrain from striking people. The witness could not have possibly left his lodging house on his own. Not to mention, what Mr. Phoenix Wright just said, there was no accomplice, remember? Yeah, you're right. I think
Wait just one moment. Don't forget about my proverbial whip as well.
Mr. Phoenix.
Take that!
There! He was obviously here the entire time.
That's Acro's room.
Pretty simple, eh? Acro wasn't able to leave the lodging house by himself. In that case, there could only be one correct answer. Acro didn't leave his room to kill the ringmaster. What? Are you nuts?
What say you, Mr. Dingling? It's an interesting theory.
That's it?
Considering what you proposed is impossible, yes, that's it.
Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor?
As the witness has stated, your assertion is impossible. As he is in a wheelchair, there's no way he could go to the scene or be the killer.
You've got a point. It seems you've forgotten once again, Mr. Phoenix, right? The defendant was clearly spotted at the scene of the crime. That's true. Mo said that he saw Max, didn't he? Maya, it's still impossible for humans to fly.
Do you mind if I ask a question, Mr. Wright?
What is it?
I understand some of your logic. However, how do you think that I killed him? If I can't leave my room. I actually couldn't wear Max's costume.
This legal buffet. Careful, Nick. You mess up here.
She's right. I can't mess up here. I've got to give this one stuff.
And he did it while he was in his room. No doubt about it. I'm going to present some evidence.
What did Mr. Dingling use to commit crime?
I could suggest the wooden... I think you should try again, especially before someone gets you. Yeah, you're probably right. So I was saying, this... Stop, wait, I say, before you start over, you must be penalized. Gosh darn it, my laugh points!
No, he caught me.
If you don't put an end to this funny business. The monkey! Okay, nope, alright. Clearly I got that wrong. I think we will finally be graced with an explanation. Don't push it, Von Karma. What? You aren't gonna suck me in this time. I'm smart enough to know when I don't have the cards to play and my hand sucks right now.
What do you mean, Mr. Wright?
He means that everything he set up until now has all been nonsense. It's true, right? If you can't establish proof of your murder theory, then it's nonsense. He's trying to fool us by playing some misdirection game. So I do have the evidence.
What's that? A picture?
It is indeed. The problem is with the item that's shown in this picture.
The bust?
It's quite a large bust, and because it is life-size, it's also very, very heavy. Heavy? Heavy enough to guarantee a certain death, especially if it was dropped from a third-story window. Ugh. See, this is how Acro was able to kill the Ringmaster. With the force of gravity, Maximilian Galactica's ample bust.
His... Order! So you're saying the bust fell onto the Ringmaster?
A rather simple crime. Even if you were stuck in a wheelchair, it would be incredibly easy to commit. How could you possibly veil a wheelchair with something so heavy? It's impossible! Well, Acro is an acrobat. He should have more than enough upper body strength to carry something like a bus.
Mr. Dingling, how do you respond to these charges?
Well... Acro's at a loss for words. He should be. He knows that I'm getting close to the truth. Well, Acro. You can't run away from— Ow! I'd watch what I say, if I were you, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? Your Honor, the physical health of the witness is material to this case. I demand that we get proper testimony from the witnesses itself.
Testimony, you say?
Von Karma. She's just using this testimony as a rouse to stall for time.
Objection!
There's absolutely no need for such testimony.
Objection!
The defense has its version of the murder. The prosecution has the right to respond.
The defense's objection is overruled.
Why can't you see things my way for once in a while?
Mr. Dingling, I'm sorry, but we need you to testify about your physical condition. If you have any doubts about your ability to testify, we can request expert testimony.
The witness will have no problems. However, let's all be respectful towards him.
Thank you.
That woman will sink to any low to win a case. It's almost like she's exactly like her father. Acro's physical state.
I suppose I could have lifted something the size of that bust. I have a strong upper body from working as an acrobat, and only my legs were injured. However, lifting the bust and looking out of the window would have been impossible. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. It makes it impossible for me to have know the location of the ringmaster's head. Thus, it would have been unrealistic for me to drop the bust on him, don't you think?
I have no doubts in regards to the witness's testimony.
It was impossible for him to lift the bust and stick himself out far enough to look. Not to mention that he could not have known the location of the ringmaster's head. A single false step would have led to even more severe injuries.
That's what I was thinking. What's your opinion on the matter, Mr. Wright?
My opinion? He's a lying backstabber. I'd still like to proceed with my cross-examination.
He's simply stalling.
It's shameful, really. You yourself were stalling just a moment ago, so that doesn't matter. Can't let her get to my... I've gotta focus.
I suppose I could have lifted some of the stuff supposed to have this.
I'm gonna press this one. Why do you say it would be impossible?
Allow me to explain. Except that if I was carrying the bust, I couldn't see out below the window. Thus, there's no way that I would have known the location of the ringmaster's head.
Well, I suppose you've got a point. Hey, Nick. What if you turn things around? Maybe if you think of it like this. If he knew the location of the ringmaster's head, then he could have dropped the bust. That does make sense.
I think I've already explained things sufficiently.
I'm gonna make one more quick save. Then I'm gonna... Objection with the note. Nope! There we go! Acro, you didn't really need to lean out of the window, did you?
What are you driving at, Mr. Wright?
You already knew ahead of time where the ringmaster's head was going to be. Quite precisely, I may add. You're silly hinting at things is pointless, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Enough stalling, how about you show us some evidence?
But
I did such a good job hinting.
yes, hurry up and explain things, Mr. Wright.
Maybe you should take a look at this. The key point here is the wooden box. The same wooden box that your victim was found Hunched over?
The same wooden box that your victim was found hunched over?
The same. Question is, who placed a wooden box there?
Who?
When Ben and company saw the ringmaster, they didn't see him holding a box. Which means that this wooden box was already placed at the scene of the crime.
I have to admit that your theory makes a lot of sense.
The moment that the bust came falling down was exactly the moment that the ringmaster lifted up his wooden box. Which means that the answer to all these questions is now crystal clear. You mean, if the bust were to fall upon the point marked out by the wooden box, there'd be no way that it could have missed the head of the victim. No!
Order, order, order. This is unbelievable.
Finally, some of these loose ends are starting to tie themselves up. I just gotta keep going. There's only one way to go from here, forward.
So the next question I have is, who placed the wooden box at the scene?
It was Mr. Dingling, of course. Except it wasn't. He connected it to a rope, and then all he had to do was lower it down. Ow! Allow me to whip some sense at you. Mr. Phoenix, Wright! Ow! Ow! The ringmaster's head could have been anywhere when he lifted the box. That's why the box was so specially made. Specially made? Indeed. It had the most peculiar feature. Besides the box, the weight of the box. The contents of the box. Do you recall what was inside the wooden box?
There was only a small bottle of pepper, wasn't there?
Get on with it. Well, what's the matter? Cat's got your tongue?
I don't see any relationship between the location of his head and the box's contents.
Let's try that again! The weight of the box. The box has a remarkable weight.
According to the court record, it weighs 20 pounds.
Just to lift up this wooden box, whatever required.
Oh, I see. One would have to squat down, then lift up with their body, wouldn't you say?
That's exactly what I was trying to point out. The box is also very large.
The box also has handles on either side, doesn't it?
That is correct. To lift up the box, you'd have to squat down. Which means, that no matter who you are, your head would be in approximately the same place. Fool! You calling yourself a fool there? And he's fine with it.
Does he even bother to listen to me anymore? I've heard what you've had to say. I must admit, I'm shocked at your imaginative skills.
You did you do it? Did you place the wooden box in the plaza?
Mr. Wright may have a vivid imagination, but I could never have done what he's proposing.
What?
Mr. Wright, do you recall the original location of Max's bust?
I remember. Of course I remember. It was on top of the table in the cafeteria.
And what happened to it?
I'd like to remember one important fact, Mr. Wright. I could not possibly leave the lodging house by myself. That means his monkey stole the bust because it's shiny!
You understand what I mean, don't you? I may very well have been able to drop the bust from my room. However, how would I have gotten the bust from the cafeteria to my room?
You see, Mr. Phoenix Wright explains that. Don't forget, you said there was no accomplice. Oh, cool. Tell us exactly how the witness could have carried the bust from the cafeteria. Yep, we definitely have a problem here. This is no place to get perplexed. Gotta get my wits about me and prove how things happen once and for all.
Alright, Mr. Phoenix Wright, let's hear your explanation. How did the witness get...
Money the monkey!
A monkey?
Everyone knows Money. He loves shiny objects of any size.
Oh, like when he stole the ventriloquist ring.
So, are you saying the witness had a monkey steal the bust? Of course he didn't order the monkey to steal it. The monkey stole it on his own, and then brought it back to his home. Home? Money lives in Acro's room.
Acro's room?
But the bust was bronze, wasn't it? Bronze isn't all that shiny. Maybe you should put the wit down sometimes and read the court record.
My, those are some very nice cards he's holding.
Yes, and they are made of platinum, which is very shiny. Ah! Acro! Money is a strong monkey, right? It'd be easy for him to bring a bust back to your room.
If he wasn't able to handle that himself, I'd be on the market for a new roommate.
Order, order! I said order! Miss Von Karma! Where's the bus in the question at this moment?
I don't know. They're searching for it as we speak.
This is a rather strange turn of events. But let's say that the monkey had not stolen the bus. What would have happened then?
Well, in that event, something else would have been used as a murder weapon. Wait. You mean this bust was the murder weapon purely by accident? It's possible. Maybe Acro saw Money's mountain of stolen goods and thought to use one of them. Anyways, I think we've more than proven one critical fact. Namely, that it was entirely possible that Acro was the murderer. Moron!
Mr. Wright's argument was so circular, I'm still a bit dizzy. However, his argument does hold water. There's no denying that. Ow!
Don't seem so flamboozled, especially as this fraud of an attorney. Fraud? You've forgotten the absolute most important thing, Mr. Phoenix, right? And what is that? You should know. You forgot that you're fraud of a magician, of a magical client, was spotted at the scene of the crime. There is no reason to doubt the clown's testimony.
That's true. How do you respond to that, Mr. Wright?
Nick, don't let her beat you down. I won't. This is my chance to turn this trial around. When the murder occurred, there were two people at the scene of the crime. One was the victim, Russell Bear, and the other was the murderer himself. And to this and only this, Mr. Phoenix, right? Who was the murderer that the clown saw?
Take that!
He saw Max's Ow! I asked who was the other person Mo saw on the scene. That evidence has nothing to do with the question.
Objection!
Au contraire, mon frère. It does indeed have something to do with the question. Mo said that he saw Max's silhouette. But he did not actually see the man himself. It wasn't a human being he saw.
How is that possible?
It's simple, really. What Mo actually saw that night was Max's bust.
Objection!
What are you talking about? Have you tried using your brain at all in this case? The silhouette he saw was wearing a cloak.
Objection!
There's no reason why you couldn't attach a cloak to a bust. It would have been easy to hang one off of the cards, or in the bust's hands. Idiot, who in their right mind would put a cloak on a bust? Doesn't matter who put it on the bust.
Just wait a minute now, Mr. Wright.
Who put the cloak on the bust? That question is of the utmost importance. In this case, don't you agree? Dope. You caught me. Let's have it, Mr. Wright. You with the cloak.
Take that!
I wonder, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Didn't the defendant wear his cloak the entire time he was at practice? So then how did the person get a hold of the cloak? Well, furthermore, how would this person have gotten the cloak onto the bus, I wonder? Because this person was not spotted at the scene. I'm sorry. Oh, jeez. Ow! The famous one comma carrot and whip approach. Correct and whip. So let's have it. Fool! Him? You're saying it was the victim himself? Russellberry? That's what I'm saying. The victim himself placed the cloak on the bust? Place the cloak isn't really the right way of putting it.
Then what would be the right way of putting it, Mr. Wright?
Explain yourself! Nick, do you really have a handle on all of this? Yes, I do! I'm fine, Maya. I'm finally putting all the pieces together. There's really only one picture I can paint anyways. Alright. So you want to know what really happened that night? Let's step back in time. Acro used a rope to lower the wooden box onto the scene. Then he attached that rope to the bust, and dangled the bust out of his bedroom window, directly above the wooden box. At the same time, the ringmaster told Max to wait in his room, and went to the scene. Of course, at the time, the ringmaster was wearing Max's costume. Perhaps he didn't want anyone to recognize him that night. But just as he feared, he was spotted at the entrance of the lodging house by none other than the ventriloquist and his puppet, Ben and Trilo. When the ringmaster arrived at the scene, he bent over to lift the wooden box. At that moment, Acro took his chance and released the rope. Now this is when the magic happens. The very instant that the bus hit the victim, you wait just a second there, Mr. Phoenix, right? As much as you try, as much as you scheme, this isn't true. It can't be! It's still a little early to be getting so upset, Ms. Von Karma. This circus isn't over yet. What? The impact of the bust on the victim threw his cloak up, which snagged onto the bust. The impact also caused the sound a certain witness heard, prompting him to take a look. That witness was, of course, Lawrence Mo Curls, the clown. When Mo looked out his window, the cloak had already snagged onto the bust. Now, having completed the crime, Acro naturally went about pulling up the murder weapon. Of course, he had no idea that Mo saw the bust being raised, with the cloak dangling on it. Primarily because, in his wheelchair, he couldn't see out of his window. So he kept pulling the bust up. That is how the magical murder disappearing into the sky came to be. So you see, the only person who could have pulled this off was the person who was able to drop the murder weapon from above the scene. Yep, clown's trick. Acro, it could have only been you. Acro's been playing mind games with all of us. He sure has.
But he has come to the end of his rope now. So? What now? You've graced us with a rather long-winded tale. Long-winded. But do you have any evidence to prove that your fairy tale is true? Evidence? In this court, only two things matter. The power of evidence and the power of my whip. Which is still assault, still illegal, and I don't know how you are still a prosecutor. Don't forget the power of my gavel as well. Mr. Wright, prosecution brings up a good point. Can we see some evidence? Nick, they say they want evidence. I just explained how there can only be one possible murder method. But there's still something unusual about Moe's eyewitness account. Unusual? Contradiction, actually. Okay, then. Use that and get us out of this jam.
That's enough talking amongst yourselves. Proceed, Mr. Wright.
Present some evidence in the court that backs your claims. I want hard proof that you have unraveled the trick to this magic case. Is this it? What's this? Should I test it? I'm looking at you, chat.
Take that!
Nope, that's not it. Nope, that wasn't it. Try again. Shit. They say they want evidence. What's that one piece of evidence? That's already been used. I don't need that. That's already been used. I don't need that. I think that's already been used. I don't need that. I don't need that.
Take that!
Okay. Well, let's try that again. I forgot what Moe's testimony was. I'm gonna try this, because Moe said he did not see the flowers.
Take that!
Damn it! Oh, the problem is Max's 3 symbols. You know, the silk hat, the cloak, and the white roses. Those symbols were a problem numerous times during yesterday's proceedings. Yesterday, there were 2 contradictions in Moe's testimony. The silk hat was one.
the White Rose versus the other. The theory I just presented explains all of these contradictions. You fool, do you ever shut up? Max's ill cat was found at the scene of the crime. However, remember what Mo said yesterday. He testified the criminal was fleeing the scene. He saw fleeing the scene was wearing a silk hat. There's only one explanation for that. The silk hat that Mo saw was actually the bust's. Makes sense. If you look at it that way, then he did see the silk hat. Well, sort of. Fine, you've got to one. What about the other contradiction? The other contradiction? Remember, what that ventriloquist said in court. He said that he's witnessed the white roses on Max's chest that night. But the clown's testimony doesn't match. The clown said that there were no white roses. I'd like to see you try and explain that one away. Can you do it, Nick? Of course, I can explain all of this. What was that? Please recall the incident when the cloak snagged onto the bust. If the cloak snagged onto the bust, what happened to the white roses? Went behind the cards. Do you get it yet? If the cloak got snagged onto the front of the bust, it means that the white roses would end up on the back of the bust. Which explains why Mo didn't see them. The white roses were not visible because they were not on the back, because they were on the back side of the bust. Order! Order! Wonderful.
This is quite the shocking state of affairs. Mr. Wright's theory still sounds a bit absurd to me. However, let's just keep going down this road for a while and see where it leads.
Let's do this, Nick. Maybe Von Karma will finally throw in the towel. She's smiling. He's calm. Well, so much for that theory.
Mr. Wright, do you mind?
What is it?
You took the time to research a circus, didn't you?
Well, yes, I did. Is there something making you think that I didn't?
If you did, then maybe you'll understand why I think you're off track.
Why is that? Motive. This witness feels an incredible debt of gratitude towards the ringmaster. Anyone with any relation to the circus is well aware of this. The ringmaster wasn't his target! Thus, there is absolutely no way someone like this would kill the ringmaster. He was targeting Regina! Your Honor, I'd like you to hear Acro's story. Objection! His motive, it is true, he had no motive to kill the ringmaster, but he was planning to kill Regina! Learn about his relationship with the ringmaster and his life up until now. What do we do? There's no doubting that Acro deeply respected the ringmaster. Acro's motive.
Seems that this case isn't over yet. Very well, however, I feel this is a good place to take a break. I will listen to the rest of Mr. Dingling's testimony after recess. This court will now take a 10-minute recess.
Alright, everyone, you heard that. Take a 10-minute recess. We'll reconvene after we all get some lunch. You all good? You all hear me? Actually, I'd like to check to make sure that I've got the ability to actually get myself some lunch real quick. Not yet. Alright. December 30th, 2017 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 5. I can't believe it. Acro? It's pretty shocking, isn't it? It definitely is. And to think he was always the most straightforward of the group. Jeebus, am I that hated? Acro tried to pin the murder on you on purpose. He did? Psst, psst, cough. But, I'm nothing but a little old nobody, you know? You're the star of the show, but you're not, which is kind of the reason why... Cough. Hey, pal.
You're gonna ignore me after I went to all this trouble to bring you some evidence?
Ah, Detective Gumshoe!
Forget it. I'm going home. This guy deserves to be guilty anyway.
Now, Detective, I'm sorry. Look, why don't you relax a little? We've got some really tasty milk. How about a card trick, Detective?
Oh, well, if you insist.
Now, about that evidence you mentioned. What is it?
Here you go.
Huh? This is yesterday in Acro's room.
Yep, I've included the forensic results. Take a look at it later.
Will Miss Karma be mad that you're doing this?
That's why this is all a secret.
Huh?
Look, details are on a need-to-know basis. We're not really allies or anything, but everything that's happened in court up until now has gone according to our plan.
I don't know, Miss Von Karma didn't seem in control of things in there just now.
We'll figure it out eventually, pal. Yesterday, our final plans were set into motion.
Final plans?
Uh-huh. That reminds me, I've got a message from the prosecutor for you. Nothing is ever truly decided until the very end. That's it. That's it. And that's it for me too, pal. I'm out of here. Alright.
What did he mean by that? The very end part? I'm not sure. It was all pretty cryptic to me.
Oh, one more thing.
Ah, don't scare me like that.
Looks like there's a large care package from the circus for the defendant.
What? For me?
It's milk. The reception area looks like some kind of dairy. So hurry up and drink it all before it spoils.
An entire dairy's worth of milk? For me? Fabulous. December 30th, 2:27 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 2.
Court is now back in session.
Miss Von Karma, please continue from where you left off. I'd like to continue with Acro's testimony, starting with his relationship to the victim. I'd also like to get proof from the defense. Proof of what kind of motive Acro would have to commit this crime. Understood. Now, Mr. Dingling. Yes, Your Honor?
Yes, Your Honor.
Please proceed with your testimony. Finally, we get the motive. Wait, Nick, are you okay? Just do me a favor and don't ask questions you don't want the answer to. About the ringmaster.
When we were little, we were abandoned by our parents. After the ringmaster of the very big circus, Russellberry took us in. I became an acrobat about 9 years old. I wanted to find a way to repay the ringmaster. That was my sole purpose in life.
You're such a thoughtful young man.
As you heard, the witnesses deeply respected the victim. I wonder how anyone could think that Acro would kill the man he held in such esteem.
You are absolutely right. How could anyone think that, Mr. Wright? Which is why there's no real need for a cross-examination, is there?
Actually, that's the question I'm trying to answer myself. Why would Acro kill the ringmaster? I'm gonna say no need to question him now, because there's no need to cross-examine the witness.
What's that?
Why was the ringmaster murdered? There's no need to delve into that bit of testimony when I already know the answer.
Mr. Wright, I'd like to ask you a question.
Go ahead, Your Honor.
I would just like to know, can you provide an explanation as to why Acro would want the ringmaster dead?
I can't provide one because he didn't want the ringmaster. Nick? Yeah, I didn't even have to think about it. It was obvious from the start. Your Honor, the reason that Acro killed the ringmaster is something that can't be proven.
What?
That's because Acro had no reason to kill the ringmaster at all. Ow! Your foolish attempts to fool us like foolish fools is so full-heartedly foolish. Did you forget? You made an accusation against his witness, did you not? I believe it was, this is the real killer of Russell Berry, ringmaster. If you want to jump to the end of things, then yes, that sounds about right.
The end of things?
Acro, you didn't plan to kill the ringmaster at all, did you? The ringmaster wasn't your target that night. What did you just say? I'm saying that the target of this witness's murderous plot was not the ringmaster. Because it was never his intention to kill Russell Berry to begin with. What?
Order! Order! Bailiff, I don't care who it is, smack anyone who's loud in the face, twice if you must. Mr. Wright, what in the world are you trying to do in my court? Oh!
Mr. Phoenix Wright, what in the world are you trying to do in his court? Are you attempting to imply that Acro was trying to imply some...
Take that!
Regina Berry?
This young girl is the ringmaster's daughter, correct?
Acro, you were really aiming for her that night, weren't you?
Objection!
You don't need to answer that. It is a mean-spirited leading question. Objection. He could easily answer this question. If I'm wrong, all he has to say is you're wrong. That's it. That's it, huh, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
Enough, Mr. Wright. Let me do. Oh!
The only thing allowed to interrupt me is death itself!
Huh?
And that goes for you too, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Show me evidence, now. I want to know why Acro wanted to kill Regina Berry.
Yes, me too. I demand to see some proof.
Take that!
Alright, Mr. Wright.
At this point, the only thing that supports them.
Your bluff you're going to.
Oh, and that's going to fool me. Actually, I've still got one more go.
Take that!
Alright, Mr. Wright.
Okay, I guess not. What? Show us the... Oh!
Take that!
Acro, you remember this, don't you?
That's...
It's a piece of paper that we found inside the ringmaster's tailcoat.
inside the victim's tailcoat.
Acro wrote this... No, it's ironically entitled, To the Murderer. Its purpose was to call someone to the plaza at 10 p.m.
You're saying that he called Russell Berry with that note?
Yes, but there's just one little problem.
Problem?
Acro did indeed place this note in someone's pocket. However, that someone was not the ringmaster. You mean, it wasn't for the... That's exactly what I mean. The person this note was intended for was none other than Regina Berry!
Order! 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 Mr. Wright!
This little theory of yours. It's the truth, Your Honor. It isn't just a theory. Simply put, Regina didn't think the note was meant for her, which is why, the morning of the crime, she placed on the cafeteria bulletin board. That's when her father, the ringmaster, saw the note. That's correct. ringmaster ended up in that plaza instead of Regina. And he was killed because of that mistake, instead of Regina. That's incredible. Remember the testimony that Acro gave us earlier today? Lifting the bus and looking out of the window.
Lifting the bus and looking out of the window would have been impossible. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. If I were to do that, I'd end up falling out the window myself.
Acro had no idea who it was that arrived in the plaza, because he couldn't look down out of his window to see who it actually was. I've got it! Acro thought it was Regina down in the plaza. And that's when he let the bus fly. Hey Nick, isn't Regina listening to all this from the audience?
She is, unfortunately. It's only going to get harsher from here.
I hope Regina can handle it.
Acro wrote this note to Regina.
Objection!
Foolishly foolish fool, this foolishly foolish fool ideas, a foolish fool tomfoolery. You're so foolish, you've even made me sound like a foolhardy fool. I think that's just yourself, because of how frequently you say fool. Very well, Mr. Phoenix Wright. If you're so sure, then tell us about this line. I have conclusive evidence of what took place. Yes, what about that line? Well, the note was meant for Regina Berry. It would mean that... This note is declaring that Regina is a murderer. You just don't get it, do you? What did you just say? The ringmaster knew what the note meant, which is why he went to the plaza, in place of his lovely daughter.
Hold it right there, Mr. Wright. What is this incident that is alluded to this note?
The incident 6 months ago. I know all about it. An incident occurred 6 months ago, and now I am more than ready to show this court what happened at that time. More!
Wait, are you sure that it relates to the present case?
It does indeed, Your Honor. Everything in this case starts Everything in this case has its start in what happened 6 months ago. Really, Nick? I think so. Well then, if that's the case, hurry up and tell us about it. What is this conclusive evidence mentions in the note? I know I'd certainly like to know what it is. Conclusive evidence of...
Take that!
What? This is it?
Well, no! Apparently that's not it! It's the lion! It's the lion! It's the lion! It's the lion!
Take that!
What? This is... okay. It's not the lion! Then what is the... Is it his brother? Oh wait! Is it the pepper?
Take that!
Achoo! 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 What kind of spicy joke is this, Mr. Phoenix Wright? It isn't a joke at all. It's the decisive evidence you asked for.
What do you mean?
Recall that the victim was trying to take the wooden box away from him. Away with him. He was doing so because this piece of decisive evidence was what was inside.
Another unbelievable conclusion. Very well, Mr. Wright. So what exactly are you saying? Are you claiming Regina Berry killed someone with a small bottle of pepper?
Taking the note into account, that's the only logical conclusion you can draw.
Objection!
Foolish fool who never tries his own tires of his foolish ways. If you're sure, Mr. Biggs, right, then answer this question. Who was Regina Berry's intended victim?
Take that!
Who is this?
That is Acro's younger brother.
Objection!
What does this prove? His younger brother isn't dead! Technically, that's true. However, Bat has been in a coma for 6 months now. It's not a stretch to see how Acro could feel that his brother is dead. Regina, she did that to him? Do you spend your entire life dreaming up new ways to be a fool? Naturally, the prosecution has looked into Acro's brother, Sean Dingling. 6 months ago, he was bit by a lion and fell into his current comatose state.
A lion?
Miss Regina Berry, is an animal tamer by trade. However, no tamed animal in that position is ever trained to attack another human. They wouldn't understand the command. Moreover, Miss Regina could never do something like that. It's just not in her.
So then what happened to Acro's brother?
He's not the victim of an attempted murder. He's the victim of an accident.
I see.
Now, what do we do? Oh, trust me. Do you think what happened to Bat was actually an accident? It was just me. I suppose it was truly an accident. It's essentially that a man knows when to give up, Mr. Finks, right?
It's impossible to prove Miss Berry's involvement in a murder attempt, isn't it?
Ha! Investigating a lion to and to think that this the defense claims this was conclusive evidence.
Ugh.
Small. What's the matter, Nick? I figured it out. Wow, it was right in front of me, in front of my nose the entire time. Your Honor, wait.
What is it?
The lion biting Bat was no accident at all. What? You're such an amateur, Mr. Finks, right? There is no way that Regina would ever incite her lion to attack another human being. She may not have incited her the lion to attack another human being, but Regina is responsible for making the lion bite Acro's brother, Bat. This is it! This is the one! Take that!
That's just a scarf.
Acro. This scarf is something that Bat used to wear, correct?
That's right.
And who is the one that gave this scarf to Bat?
Regina. Regina gave it to him.
Regina. There is something more than just blood on the scarf, Your Honor.
And what might that be?
Pepper.
Pepper?
Pepper. Should we say pepper again? How about we just keep saying pepper? You know, guys, pepper? I think it was pepper on the scarf. What do you think? Regina gave the scarf to Bat right before the accident. And she covered it with as much pepper as she could. Hey, watch out the silent treatment.
Excuse me, Mr. Wright. You've done a good job of fingering a criminal.
But out of curiosity, what was her crime?
Miss Berry gave a pepper-covered scarf to Bat as a present. Where's the crime in that?
It still seems like the judge doesn't get it. Mr. Phoenix, right. Wasn't it said that the lion seemed to be smiling?
Smiling? The lion was smiling?
Right before the Bat was bitten by the lion. For a moment, the lion's mouth changed, and it looked like he was smiling.
Lions smile.
I've never heard of them smiling, however. Lions sneeze. Leon wasn't trying to bite Bat at all. In reality, all he actually did was sneeze. And he got killed because he sneezed! Aw, poor lion. He sneezed because of all the pepper on the scarf. What? You fool! Maybe she's the fool.
You've got to be kidding me.
Objection!
What's the matter, Miss Von Karma?
I object for objection's sake. Mr. Phoenix is right. This theory, you believe it. You really intend to say that this is how this joke of an accident actually happened?
Of course I do. It's the truth.
The lion sneezed due to the pepper, and that's when Bat lost consciousness. Acro nearly lost his brother due to this accident, or this joke, as you put it. Which is why he tried to get his revenge against Regina. You foolish idiot.
Huh. It almost does seem like a terrible joke, doesn't it? Once again, I'm impressed by your imagination, Mr. Wright. You think that there's someone who treats this accident with the respect it deserves.
Are you telling me that what I said was true? Acro? You can't mean witness.
Are you confirming the defense's claim?
Mr. Wright, unfortunately, your imagination is not enough to find me guilty of murder.
What do you mean by that?
Pepper, the scarf, the lion. I see where you're going, but it's a bit hard to swallow. Not to mention the fact that there's even a bigger problem with your theory.
What would that problem be?
The same problem. It's always been evidence. If I ever drop Max's bust on the top of the ringmaster, where's the evidence that proves that claim?
You mean the conclusive evidence? Biggest problem is the murder weapon, the lack thereof, to be more precise. The biggest problem is the murder weapon, but the lack thereof, to be more precise.
The murder weapon? The bust that the defense claims was used. That were to be found in Acro's room, and if it was covered in the victim's blood, that would be an awfully conclusive in my eyes.
Yes, it would be.
The bust.
Nick, you've got to do something. This is the last step. If I get this one right, the case is won. The defense requests to search the room of the witness, Ken Dingling.
What is it now?
It looks like you still haven't figured things out, have you? By now you must know the meaning of Von Karma, total justice.
You mean...
Von Karma never leaves anything to chance. We already searched Acro's room yesterday.
What did you find?
There's no reason to even say that. We found that what you think we found in the room. Acro would not be as a witness. But to put a point on it, Max's bust was not in the room. What if... actually, hang on. The murder weapon. The weapon is still unaccounted for.
You see, Mr. Wright, the bust wasn't in my room.
Furthermore, Detective Dick Gumshoe executed the search by complete surprise. And we took Acro directly to the prosecutor's office after that. End of story. Just wait a second, something's funny about all this.
Looks like you lack the final nail to put into my coffin.
But, what about the scarf? What about the note?
What about the Mr. Wright? No offense, but the only evidence that is relevant here is that which pertains to the death of the ringmaster. You should know that by now.
Do something, Nick. Don't let this case slip away. The bust, where is it now? Where's the bust right now? Phoenix Wright. You know where that bust is. I'm sure you do. There's not even a single clue. How am I supposed to know where the bust is?
It seems this case is coming to a close. The defense counter-arguments to have fallen short.
Thank you for your support.
I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Wright.
Did I lose?
I think that brings an end to an
cross-examination of this witness.
There we go. Where's Max's bust? The defense needs time to prepare to present its case. Sorry, I'm a bit nervous, and I just bit my tongue. Huh? What? We need time to do what? Why are you the most prized person here? She's your aide, isn't she?
Do you really have a case to present, Mr. Wright?
Why are you asking? This is up to you, Nick. Good luck. Hey, wait. You can't be serious. Acrobats always have their lives on the lines, don't they? That's how acros lived life up until now. Now it's time for us to walk across our own tightrope. If we don't, we're certain to lose.
Very well. Defense may proceed.
Doesn't have a clue. I don't think we'll be finding one anytime soon. Logic. There's no room for a false out. The only way through is forward. The murder weapon. There's Max's bust now. Somewhere in this courtroom. Somewhere in this courtroom! It's obvious. The bus is inside this very courtroom.
It's obviously
Where? Allow me to pinpoint the location of the bus once and for all. Shit. The witnesses stand! Acro, I'm sorry to ask you this, but do you mind if I take the blanket off your wheelchair?
I'm sorry, I didn't quite hear you, Mr. Wright.
Well, you are a big guy, and you have a pretty big wheelchair because of it. I just wanted to make sure you weren't hiding anything under that blanket. Because it seems to me that it'd be very easy to, say, hide a bust under there.
Once again, your penchant for humor hits me where it hurts, Mr. Wright.
I think it's pretty amazing that you can laugh at in your own position. However, the lightheartedness doesn't change the fact that the bust is under there. We all know that you can't leave the lodging house by yourself in your condition. That proved inconvenient when Miss Von Karma happened to search your room yesterday. If she had found the murder weapon in your room, it would have been all over. Which is why you had to hide it in the only place that you could hide it. Under your wheelchair. Which is why, Acro, I have to ask you again. Would you please remove the blanket from your lap?
Well done, Mr. Wright. Masterfully played.
You fool! How could you? After all this time!
Got me. I've been bagged by a real pro. Actually, two of them.
Two of them?
Miss Franziska von Karma and Mr. Phoenix Wright.
What?
There's just one thing I'd like to know. How did you know to launch a surprise search on my room last night? There were two pieces of decisive evidence, the cloak and the bust. I burned the cloak in my room, and I threw the ashes away with the trash. Regina always took my trash out every morning, you know. But the bust, obviously, I couldn't throw that away. When you executed your search, all I could do was try and hide the bust. The only place I could hide it quickly was under this wheelchair. Miss Von Karma, you had things all figured out, didn't you? I was completely sucked in by your calculated strategy. And now to be caught in the middle of a court hiding the murder weapon. There's no way I can escape that. So you've got me. Well done, Mr. Wright. Well done, Miss Von Karma. It all makes sense now.
I can't believe that Von Karma thought that far ahead. It's amazing. She did it! This is pure coincidence.
Uh-huh.
Definitely couldn't tell by looking at her. I know I sure couldn't.
I know I sure couldn't.
I can't believe it. Me, make a mistake. Why did I order a surprise search of your room? If only I hadn't done that.
It seems you finally arrived at the truth. Acro. Yes, Your Honor. Did you kill the ringmaster of the very big circus, Mr. Russellberry? Yes, Your Honor. I'm responsible for that crime.
Acro.
All my brother wanted was for Regina to like him. That's why he teased her. One day, my brother sprinkled some pepper on Regina. She started sneezing so hard, you couldn't help yourself from laughing. That's why Regina thought it'd be funny to get him back in the same way.
And that's why she covered the scarf with pepper.
I know she didn't mean for anything bad to happen, I know this. She just wanted to make my brother sneeze a few times too. But I just couldn't forgive her, no matter what. What am I truly guilty of? I'm guilty of never ever being able to understand her. Your brother became a star. Regina believes in that so purely. That she would laugh innocently when saying it. Too innocently. I just couldn't stand it, no matter how hard I tried.
That's when you decided to do something about Regina. How dreadful.
So are you saying that you are a victim in all of this as well? No, that's not what I meant. I'm nothing but a murderer. That's who I am. At first, I thought I'd kill myself, and I pondered giving myself up. But couldn't just stop and leave. I just couldn't, not yet. That's why I tried to pin this on Max. Max, I'm so sorry. I just couldn't up and leave yet. Since this has been such a strange case, it's almost a reflection of the circus itself.
I'm an idiot. I can't believe it. You beat me again.
I believe this case is now beyond any point of possible discussion. Thus, I'd like to declare my verdict. Not guilty!
Woohoo! We did it! We got a non-guilty verdict for none other than that dude who's still a bit of a butt. December 30th, 4:27 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 5.
Fabulous! But to be honest, I can't really be too happy about this.
Acro, the ringmaster, Regina, and Bat. Not a single one of them was a bad person inside, huh?
That's a good question, and one I don't know the answer to. Many congrats, but only at max 1,000,000 of them.
Oh, I thought that was a joke. Max 1,000,000? Haha.
Thank you. Thank you. What's with the vibe in this room?
We're just thinking about Acro.
No. If you worry about people too much, then you'll be like this forever and never be happy.
Huh? Crying.
She's been like this for a while now.
More crying. It's all my fault! Sweetie pie. That's an Acro! They're never coming back! Now everyone's gonna split up! Regina? Mr. Wright, tell me something. What do you want to know, Regina? Acro said something right at the end.
Just couldn't up and leave yet. I just couldn't up and leave yet.
Does that mean that Acro gonna try and get his revenge on me? I don't think so. He's not gonna do that to you, Regina.
Are you sure? You're really sure? I can believe that?
Yep, Acro doesn't have any desire for revenge anymore.
That's true. But I want to see some evidence.
Shit. Huh?
I want to know you're not just making up stuff about Acro not wanting to revenge.
I don't have evidence. Bat?
Take that!
Acro didn't want to get caught for a reason. He wanted to see his brother open his eyes again.
Bat?
That's right, Regina. He's still alive, you know.
I never knew. Now that Acro's been caught.
Huh?
I know.
What?
I'll do it. I'll stay next to Bat as long as it takes, until he opens his eyes, then until he can meet Acro again.
That's so sweet of you, Regina.
I'm sorry, Acro. I'm sorry, Bat.
Well, hopefully, this is enough to give her a little peace of mind.
Hey, Max.
What is it, Mo?
We really did put you through a lot, didn't we, buddy? I'm sorry about what happened. And whenever you'd like to leave us, I'll pay your fee and rip up the contract.
Oh, I understand. What a fabulous thing to do for me. I might even leave tomorrow. What's going to happen to the circus now?
Oh, well, the big question. The ringmaster was really an amazing person, wasn't he? Even though he's not here anymore, everyone is sticking together. The staff, the performers, no one wants to leave the circus. That's why I've made a decision.
And what is that?
I've decided that I will take over as the new ringmaster. I'll turn the circus into the best circus this world has ever seen!
The best circus the world has ever seen?
Don't laugh.
That's quite the goal.
Yay! I can't wait!
And I guess that changes things.
Huh?
There's only one thing the best circus the world has ever seen needs. The world's best illusions. Which means the circus needs the best magician the world has ever seen.
Max.
Let's work together and make our circus super fabulous! What do you say, big guy?
I don't know what to say. All I can say is thank you.
Regina? You're gonna help them too, aren't you?
I don't know. Maybe the circus would be better off without me.
What are you talking about, Regina? Why do you think that? I brought you to court today. Why do you think I brought you to court today? We've got to work together to make Very Big Circus bigger than it's ever been.
Mo's right, sweetie pie. It can't be the very big circus without Regina Berry.
Max!
Nick! It seems like everything is going to turn out alright here.
I can't wait to see the best circus in the world has ever seen.
We'll save you the most fabulous seats.
It'll take us a while to get ready, but I'm going to order special whoopee cushion seats. Just laughing until the sun sets.
Wait. I see. What made the case?
Yesterday, surprise raid. It really paid off, just like you said it would, sir. You had it all figured out, didn't you?
It was just a theory. If Acro really was the killer, I thought this was the only way it could end. Especially if he was the defense attorney. That is Edgeworth talking!
You mean Mr. Wright?
Of course. Well, Detective, my brain is about to leave. As for Mr. Acro's case, you need not worry. I plan to personally stop by the Chief Prosecutor's office as soon as I get back.
Understood, sir. I'll be waiting for you, Mr. Edgeworth.
I knew it! Is he a defense attorney now? Or is he still prosecutor? Brand new episode has been added. Oh, right. Well, I don't know how long I've been going at this. I don't know how long I've been going at this, so I'm going to call it quits for the day. Thank you all so much for watching. If you liked it, I don't know what to say from here, but hey, thank you all for watching. Have a good night.